Hello everyone, and this is me, Lynn Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
Welcome to TNT Big Show. Today's video is going to be about Monolith Soft and their new game. When will it be shown? What is it exactly? When will it come out? I have some theories, so let's get into it. Now, Yasunori Matsuda, the legendary composer who has done two of the other Xenoblade games, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, posted on Facebook, acknowledged that his next project is video game related, and that is going to be a huge project. I think it's Monolith Soft's new IP. I know people are thinking that it's going to be Xenoblade, but hear me out. When Monolith Soft first started announcing that they were working on this game back in August 21st of 2017, Monolith Soft said, and I quote from Nintendo Everything, their most ambitious project yet.
Yeah.
So Matsuda talking about this game being a huge project would tie into that.
Yeah.
I know he's done Xenoblade, but who says that he has to just stick with that?
Exactly.
And I know what some people are thinking, like, well, who says it's not Xenoblade Chronicles X? Because there is going to be mechs in the game.
Yeah.
Why the fantasy and medieval theme then? Xenoblade is more futuristic sci-fi mixed with magical fantasy elements.
Exactly.
But this game is more sword, shields, bow and arrows, things like that we've seen in the concept art.
Yeah.
So why would Monolith want to hire for that if they were going to do a Xenoblade Chronicles X2 or something like that?
Exactly.
I know some people are thinking prequel. Still, the medieval thing just wouldn't fit into the universe of Xenoblade.
No, it wouldn't.
Monolith Soft was hiring for people to help with online games, that they wanted people with knowledge of online games. So in other words, it's going to have an online component. Also, they wanted people with knowledge of medieval and fantasy. Again, I really think that strikes Xenoblade out.
Yeah.
They want people of knowledge with trends in pop culture and entertainment globally. In other words, they want the game to be more appealing to a global audience.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead.
I was going to say, in fact, this may be more like an adventure like Breath of the Wild and more of a heavy RPG game. I think they want to spread their wings a little. Exactly,
because it even said this information is coming from Reseta, who got it from Monolith Soft website, and it's going to be more action-oriented.
Yeah.
Some people may be saying, well, Xenoblade's an action RPG, but it's still an RPG, and I don't think Monolith Soft is going to change the formula of the gameplay that much.
No.
So I really think y'all need to set yourself up that this is not Xenoblade related.
And there are some people that are saying that this will be shown at the E3. I hope so. I hope it's shown at the E3.
I think it's a strong possibility. Either that or at their September Direct. I'm thinking more E3 because more eyes will be on it. But on the other hand, if you have Zelda there, Metroid Prime 4, Bayonetta 3, Nintendo may not want the game to get lost in the shuffle.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then again, those may not all be there. I know Breath of the Wild 2 may be for sure, but we still don't know about Metroid or Bayonetta yet.
I think Bayonetta will, but I really don't think Metroid Prime 4 will be ready to show until towards the end of the year. But anyway, back to this. There's going to be colorful characters. I think that you're going to get to choose between 4 to 6 people, and that you'll have companions, and that there'll be up to 3 to 4 people who will be playing with you in the one-player mode at one time. I could be wrong, but that is something I think that could, be possible. Now, the online mode, yes, that's what I think will be
up to 8 players.
Up to 8 players, yeah.
What does that seem to be going for these days?
I also think this one will have a more extensive list of jobs than what Xenoblade had.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll be more
classes.
The classes, jobs, and stuff. More in line with Fire Emblem and Bravely Default. Like the Swords girl, I think she'll be the all-around fighter who will have good swordsman skills, be able to fight real well, but is not the strongest or the fastest, but it's balanced. I think the Knight will be more into a weapons expert, will be one of the stronger ones, but he'll be slower. I think they'll do that to balance out the gameplay so no character is too overpowered.
Right.
So I could see that happening. I'm going to say up to 4 to 6 characters you get to choose from. Maybe I'm stretching, but who knows? was also going to be open world. That doesn't, surprise me because I don't care what anyone says. Xenoblade is kind of an open world game.
It is.
But this one may be more like Breath of the Wild or Mario Bowser's Fury open world.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been wondering why it's taken so long to see this game. I think simply put is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 used the Xenoblade Chronicles X engine. So that's why it didn't take that long to make.
Right.
This game, on the other hand, is using a new engine built from the ground up, and that takes a while. Monolith Soft also wants to get the portability better. Because one of the things people complain about with Xenoblade is sometimes it drops down to 540 or even 380 in resolution. And I think Monolith Soft wants to get it to where it's a consistent 720, at least 30 frames per second, and docked mode maybe 900p. They may, I don't know. I mean, what they could do, maybe they just got a new engine and stuff. It seems to be more global focused, whereas Xenoblade is very Asian influenced. So again, I don't think this is Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Matsuda, being a part of the project, sends off red flags, like Xenoblade.
Yeah.
But who says that's the only game he can produce music for?
Right. I mean, I know this is a different ball game, but look at Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Does all he make are Mario and Zelda games? No. He makes a lot more. Just because you're known for one thing doesn't mean you're automatically going to be doing it like your whole entire career. I mean.
Yeah. So, I think it's just best to set yourselves up, everyone. Now, when will we see this game? If you don't see Metroid Prime 4 at the E3, then they'll definitely put this game in there.
Yeah.
Because they'll want another big game that'll be like, whoa, that was a nice surprise, Nintendo. That even if Metroid Prime 4 is not there, it won't make people that mad. They'll be more understanding.
Yeah.
But if Metroid Prime 4 is there, then more likely you'll see a September debut.
Yeah.
Now, when is the game coming out? I think it's going to be either between December of this year or maybe spring of 2022.
2022. Yeah.
It's going to take a little longer since there's an online component.
Yeah.
And this is a new game being built from the ground up with a new engine, a new world, a new IP.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's taken so long, to be honest. It's just Monolith Soft wants to get it right. They want, when they show the game, for it to look great and polished and almost ready. The way when Platinum Games showed off Astral Chain, it looked ready.
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion and what I think. I think that there will be mechs in the game. I think there's going to be dungeons as well. I should have pointed this out earlier.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's just, I think there will be huge dungeons with lots of puzzles.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the kind of enemies, there's a dragon in the background. That could mean there's like dragons, elves, ogres, things like that.
Skeletons.
Yeah. Like Jason in the Argonauts, the movie. I think that's a strong possibility. I'm going to say that those are going to be the types of enemies. I think the game is going to be action-oriented, but it's really going to be based on exploration and puzzle solving, like Zelda. It's going to be a game more akin to Zelda.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So I think that's what the game is going to be like. Either way, I'm excited. Monolith Soft is my favorite developer outside of Nintendo. And even over Retro Studios, over Capcom, over Intelligent Systems, I love Monolith Soft.
And don't just think they're just sitting on their hands. No, they're working on a lot of other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like Skyward Sword and
Breath of the Wild 2.
Breath of the Wild 2. So, I mean,
they helped with Splatoon 2, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're helping with Splatoon 3.
Yeah.
But that's just how I feel. I hope we see it soon. Matsuda started in April on the music. Him and the orchestra seems to be making progress. So maybe by the E3, which is just a month away, we can definitely see it. And that would make me happy, being a big Monolith Soft fan. If these games are anything like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, X, or 2, we're in for a special treat.
Yes.
So
I totally agree.
Absolutely. That's Michelle Lynn Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
We're TNT Big Show. Have a good day.
Yep.
And now we're going to do our sales pitch. This is me, Michelle Lynn Tackett.
This is Shawn.
And we would like for you to hit that subscribe button. I noticed that over 70% of the people who watch us aren't subscribed. Hey, what are you waiting for? It's free. Just hit that red subscribe button. hit the notification bell so you'll know when we're going to post another video. Please thumbs it up and comment if you like. And please join our Patreon. Patreon helps us get more money so we can do better videos with better equipment. And that's always better, you know. So we have social media that you can join. The links are in the description below. So thank you, everyone. Keep supporting Tackett Entertainment.
And really quick, just before, if you do join our Patreon, you'll get little extra bonuses, like you'll get early access to episodes of Mr. Monkey, Mr. Hopper.
And who wouldn't want to miss that?
Yeah, I know. Bye, everybody.